Welcome back to Wise Words with SJ, a show where I can give you some wisdom I hope that you will use, because in all of my years of life, I've been through a lot of experiences. Today I'm going to talk about something that's very, very close to my heart. There's good and bad of it. It's starting your own business. Okay? And that's a very important thing, especially if you're a woman. So let's just say a scenario that you're married, you just had your kid. Your husband, he's 9 years younger than you. You've gotten sober. He doesn't want to get sober. He likes going to the bar and drinking. He likes to drink and drive. He likes to cheat on you. Let's just a fantasy scenario, okay? And he's the breadwinner in the family, right? You've taken a break because you've just had your baby. You don't want to go back to work. You want to hang out with your baby and, you want to take care of your baby. And he's still going to work. All of a sudden, you're like, what are you going to do? Huh? So he decides he doesn't want to be married to you anymore. Okay, he's met someone else. He's going to go with them and get married to them. What are you going to do? What have you been doing before that? Well, you've been in show business. You were a teacher. You've been in show business. You've sold light bulbs over the telephone for a company that you met the people out here when you moved here. What are you going to do now? Well, the first thing you're going to do is, wow, I need to work again. What do I have to do to work again? And take care of my child and make sure that everything is set up so I'll be able to go back to work. Well, first of all, you didn't go back to work like selling light bulbs, but then a thought comes into your head. Why not open your own company? Wait a minute. I don't have any money to do that. I've got 2 nickels I'm rubbing together to start a company. Wow, what am I going to do? Well, you thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to talk to different people and see how they started their company. One of the people I talked to said, keep your job, selling light bulbs over the phone, and start your company without them knowing. Well, and that's what I did. That is the way I started Sandy the Lighting Girl, and that was my business. So what I did was I was working for the other company, and I started my job, my lighting company, by buying products from a place that was nowhere near the place I worked at. And all of a sudden, I sold like the dickens. I never thought I could start my own company. But something you're passionate about, and I'll tell you what that was. Making money for my son and myself to live on our own and be a success. My son has always been, my driving place, my driving point. Whether I got sober, starting a business so that my son and I could have a good life together. And it's called, my family were the old Mershons, the Mershon way. Everybody in my family, including my grandmother, my great-uncle, started their own business because they had the seichel. You know what that means? The know-how, the tom. They knew how to start a business. And I figured, my customers love me because I call them up. Hi, this is Sandy, the lighting girl, the girl that lights up your life with light bulbs. And they loved that. And they loved me for who I am and who I was. And I made sure, the thing that they loved, my personable appearances to them. So you can start your own business, because if you're passionate about something, doesn't matter what it is, you can start your own business if you believe in yourself. Whatever it is, whether you like to knit, sew, whatever you want to do, you can start your own business. Write a book. I'm writing a book right now. Actually, I wrote the book when I was a kid, and I'm going to get it published soon. Self-publishing, of course. It's my diary from the time I was 13 till I was like 21. Oh my God. It's hysterical to read some of the things first of all, I have to say, my handwriting was phenomenal. I have horrible handwriting now. But back then it was perfect. I was very exacting as to what I wrote in that diary and what I wanted. So you could do anything. You can do anything if you are willing. You just have to be willing. I'll tell you what I did every day when I got my business. As soon as I woke up in the morning, it was 7 o'clock in the morning, I started calling different people. And you know what? I used the telephone book. What is the telephone book? It's a book that used to have everybody's number in it, including businesses. I would start at A. Okay, so whatever it was that was started with an A, and I would call them up on the phone and I'd go, hey, what's the name of the person who purchases light bulbs for the company? Is that you or the maintenance person? Once I got the name of the person, I'd hang the phone up and then I'd immediately call back and say, hi, is John there? They put me through to John. John purchased the lighting for the company. And look, John, this is Sandy, the lighting girl. Listen, are you happy with the company that you are buying your lighting from? So, I did this I would make at least 100 calls a day. A day. That's right. And then I'd make appointments the next day or the week after to see the people. And then I'd go out there and they'd walk me around the facility, whatever it was. And I sold to colleges, churches, synagogues, hospitals, doctor offices, schools, you name it, I sold. And my business took off after 6 months. I was making a 6-figure income because I believed that I could do it. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything. If that husband or wife of yours has left you, you can do anything. You can start your own business. All you have to do is pull yourself up and start doing it. That's all you have to do. If you have a telephone and the phone book, we don't have anymore, everything's digital, you just look it up and decide what you want to do. And even in show business, I've created so many different things myself. I created so many different things, like I can't even begin to tell you, a cooking show. I have a lot of stuff on YouTube, interviewing people in person, asking them lots of questions. I figure if someone's not going to hire me, I'm going to create my own thing from scratch. Even my cooking show, all my different things I cooked on that show were recipes I got from my grandmother. So, my Bubby. So I just thought I would tell you all that you can do it. You can create anything instead of sitting in the corner and doing nothing and feeling sorry for yourself. What good is that going to be? You can drive Lyft. You can drive an Uber. You can do anything you want to do if you're willing to put in the work. And I worked 10 hours a day. And then I'd file the paperwork at night. And then I'd get up the next day. I love doing it. So if you've got the personality and the drive, and I know you do, you can do anything. These are wise words from SJ, because anything I talk about, I can tell you, I experienced it, and I had that business open from 1999 to 2003. And then that was it. I closed the business and went back into show business. So there you go. See? So I hope I helped you today. You can do it. You can do it, ladies. You can do it, men. You can do anything you want to do. And I always say, if nobody told you they love you today, I love you because you're you. And please email me at wisewords@jltv.tv, and I'll answer all your questions, whether you like it or not.